Dinner time is that golden hour of your day when you finally get to relax, but also catch up and bond with your family. The common trap though here is that even if you've come home, let's say to a great and healthy meal prepared by your partner, you usually tend to overeat as a way to take the edge off a hectic day, which can destroy all your efforts to get leaner, even if you've been acing your nutrition up to that point. So what's the solution here? How can you fix this behavior when it kind of feels at this point of the day that your mind goes on autopilot, and before you know it, you're reaching for extra servings during dinner, but also continuing to mindlessly shove down late night snacks during the rest of the evening? Well, first of all, you have to realize that there's no magic bullet to fix this. Rather, it's a matter of gradually and steadily reprogramming yourself through new habits and systems. So to help you do this, I'll be sharing with you the top 6 habits and systems that we use to help dads in our coaching program, the Dad Bod Demolition Project, that will not only help you carve a rugged, strong, and lean dad physique, but will also help you deepen the relationship with your family. Like most dads, you probably don't communicate your needs and goals to your loved ones. In other words, you tend to have the lone wolf mentality and you try to heave the weight on your own, afraid that you'll otherwise appear weak, not realizing though that by involving them in the process and asking for help will only strengthen your bonds. After all, for thousands of years, we always depended on one another and thrived by operating this way as groups and not as units. So instead of going the solo route, I say go back to your nature, communicate, and be open about your goals and needs by sitting down with your spouse and kids, exploring recipes and meals that fulfill both your goals and their taste buds, because weight loss doesn't have to be bland and boring. A quote we like to use in our coaching is that if you don't plan to succeed, you plan to fail. After all, the most successful dieters create a plan and stick to it, which is exactly why they are successful dieters in the first place. For example, a simple structure that works for most dads is choosing high protein and low carb options for breakfast, lunch, and busy work hours, so you can reserve more room for carbs and overall portions during dinner, allowing yourself that way to relax and enjoy a more fulfilling and a little bit bigger meal with your family at the end of the day. By the way, we teach this exact process in detail in our new free 5-day email course that helps you lose 10 to 20 pounds by automating your nutrition, for which you can find the link in the top and comment below. Simply winging it with your food intake won't cut it after a certain point if you want to carve that rugged, strong and lean dad physique. The simple and effective solution that we recommend to be more accountable with what you're eating is using the hand portion method, so you can keep track without obsessing about numbers and grams, ensuring that you enjoy your meal without overindulging. To do this, you simply use the palm of your hand to measure your protein portions, your cupped hand to measure your carb portions, your thumb to measure your fat portions, and your fist to measure your vegetable portions. Most of us like to consume way too many carbs and fats and not enough protein usually, and also very little vegetables, when, as we know, losing fat requires us to flip that script. So a tip that is very effective that we like to recommend is always starting your meal with a portion of veggies and a portion of lean protein. Speaking of satiety, one of the best practices we teach in our Dad Bod Demolition Project is the satiety trifecta. Because when you feel fuller, your cravings diminish, and when you feel less tempted by fewer cravings, you lose weight a lot more easier. The following are our 3 favorite practices for speeding up satiety, and when combined together, they work magically. For starters, you want to drink 1 to 2 big glasses of water before every meal. Next, you want to practice eating slow, and I say practice because this one also takes time to get used to, but once you get better at it, you'll realize that eating slow is a superpower when it comes to feeling fuller faster. Plus, it also has other benefits such as nutrient absorption and digestion, while also helping you focus more on the whole experience and the people around you. Lastly, practicing eating until 80% full is one of the best ways to better understand the satiety signals your body sends you and to learn how to eat until you feel satisfied and not until you feel you need a pill for that burning sensation in your chest. So many dads who enter our coaching program are impatient and they want results yesterday. But the truth is that learning requires trial and error and patience, which means that you'll have to drop the all or nothing mindset that you often identify with, turn off that judgmental voice in your head, and embrace the fact that mistakes are simply the price you pay in the beginning in order to succeed later. In summary, eating dinner doesn't have to be a minefield, and you can still enjoy it while making progress towards your goals, as long as you have, first of all, patience and the right habits and systems in place. So, to summarize today's video and practices, number 1, you want to communicate your goals to your family and come up with meal ideas together. Number 2, you want to plan your meals and allow for more flexibility during dinner. Number 3, you want to find a practical way to track your portions. Number 4, you want to prioritize lean protein and veggies. Number 5, you want to drink water before every meal, eat slow and eat until 80% full. And number 6, you want to be patient and approach failures with a learning mindset. So that was all for today. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section below. As usual, I always do my best to get back to every single one of you. You can also find a link there of our free email course. You can also learn more about our coaching. And until next time, keep on training.